in the Muslim world. Not one family in Egypt that doesn't have somebody killed in the wars. Either the 56, 67, or 73 wars, and all the in-between problems. You know. So I told him, there's not one family that doesn't have a Shahid in Egypt. And if our foreign policy is based on vengeance, we'll never have peace. It's time for us to forgive. How could you say forgiveness? You're a traitor. You're a traitor. And I said, I don't feel I'm a traitor. I feel that the Jews, Israel has, this is the Holy Land. And I said it on Arab TV. I said, how could we have built a mosque right on top of Solomon's temple? 100 years after Muhammad died, we go into Jerusalem, listening to the advice of Muhammad to tell us, follow the Jews wherever you find them, kill them, and replace them. Replace them. So what did we do? We went and replaced them. And what was the first thing we replaced them by doing? Build a mosque on top of their holy land. So I said it. I said it was aired, by the way. But I didn't say it, I said it in a very diplomatic way. I said, the city is called in Arabic Al-Qudus. Jerusalem, Qudus. It was never mentioned in the Quran. Qudus means Qadis in Arabic. Qudus means Qadis. Qadis means a holy Christian name. A holy Christian name. The priests in Egypt, the Christian priests are called Qudus. Qudus. They are called Qudus, which is Jerusalem. You know, the Christian, Coptic Christian leaders are called Qudus. Can you believe it? It has nothing to do with Islam. So how can we claim Jerusalem? This is the Holy Land of the Jews. So the least I can do, because we violated their holy land, the least I can do is sleep. And let me tell you, 1/3, I got an email from the producer of the show, Arabic show. After I spoke, 1/3 of the Arabs who heard me speak agreed with me. I was 1/3. Can you believe it? If they can hear me once a week, we have peace. And the sermon ended with cursing the Jews. So you can sit here and say as much as you want that your family taught you to respect Islam and Judaism. But
wait, hold it. This is not, hold a minute. This is not an very serious thing. Wait a second. This is, we're trying to get peace on earth. This is not an area for anything about respect.
You're talking to a culture. You're talking to a culture that it's in the heart of Islam. The heart of Islam will be destroyed if they have peace with Israel. The day they have peace with Israel is the day Islam collapses.
Earth is round.
Yes, and then I never read an article sincerely wanting peace with Israel. They just don't think about peace with Israel. Period. When we are alone, when Arabs are sitting alone, without the West looking, they don't talk about peace with Israel. This is not on their agenda. This is on your agenda, not on their agenda. And I'm telling you the truth. Unfortunately, their agenda does not include peace with Israel, at least until today. When Arab leaders meet for the Arab League meetings, they don't talk about, oh, let's have peace with Israel and start. Let's have peace with Israel and start a renaissance in the Arab world. That's not on their mind.
I think you're twisting completely what I said.
She's telling it like it is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nonie. You are a hero. And I just want to say one other thing, super quick, on what this gentleman said. In the 7th century, Arabs invaded Africa, and they killed countless Jews and countless Christians, and they just wanted to live in peace. All these people were united under a queen, a Jewish queen named Queen Kahana, who kept off the Arabs for 5 years. And finally, they fell, and the Arabs enslaved them and killed them. So, Arabs meaning Muslims, not Arab Christians. I'm talking about Muslims.
No, yeah.
It was done in the name of jihad. And the reason why, one reason she fell is because she thought there was one Arab Muslim who was moderate. And he wasn't moderate, and he betrayed her.
By the way, there is a video on the internet, and if you give your email, I'll send it to you. And this is the video, and I'm just relaying the video. A preacher in Egypt, on Egyptian TV, on national TV in Egypt. So you can imagine how popular he is and how high-ranking this preacher is. And he's saying, and I want to give you an example about somebody in history who is such a holy man. And he says, this man was a great Muslim. He met a Jew one day. And the Jew, he told him, you know what, you're such a nice Jew. Why don't you convert to Islam? And, you know, I would like you to go to Allah because you're such a good man. And then the Jew told him the following, according to the story. I don't mind converting to Islam. The only problem is Islam doesn't allow alcohol, and I love to have alcohol every day, like Jews are alcoholics. Right. And then he told him, but if Islam allows alcohol, I would convert to Islam. Right. So the preacher who had a big career, and he's very well known, he's popular in Egypt. One of the top leaders in Egypt, religious leaders in Egypt, said, okay, I will tell you, you can be a Muslim and you can still drink your alcohol. I promise you, if you just convert right now with me, just say, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. And if you say that, you become a Muslim right away. You don't have to do anything else. And you can still drink your alcohol. So the Jew, according to the story, said, okay, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. And I'll go and have my drink. And he told him, under Islam, if you don't follow Sharia, you already converted, and if you drink alcohol, you've committed a crime against Sharia, and you must be killed. And if you still continue to want to drink, you will be an apostate, and your blood is halal. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is an example. He was talking to people of this virtuous Muslim who converted this evil Jewish man, brought him to Allah through a lie, but this is a good lie.
Instead of in addition to being a religion. Wiener's wife, Uma Abedin.
Yeah.
Why is she staying there? Is she hoping that his becoming mayor will give her a position of power in the Islamic world?
I'll tell you what, I can't go into the psychology of this woman because I really don't understand her motivation. But her mother is a Muslim and her father was a well-known activist. But what is she now? I don't think her mother would ever attend. She attended the wedding. Attended her wedding. Her brother attended her wedding. Who married her? I will tell you this winner, for sure, 100%, converted at least verbally to Islam.
I think that's
He did?
Just so they don't kill her.
Right, she would be killed.
So, because her mom
converted to Islam?
Yeah, of course.
No, of course, Wiener had to. At least verbally. I don't think this man believes in anything. No. But he's ready to sell his mother
What if it's
for
Takia?
to be a mayor.
What if it's Takia that she's doing?
Well, I am not sure about her very well, but I am more afraid of Daya Mujahid and other Islamists in the administration than hers. God knows what is going on, but maybe she's inspired by Hillary, because Hillary will step on anything to go to rise to power. She depends on men to rise to power, and she's a feminist, but she can't do it on her own. She has to step on men to get to power. So she forgives men. Men can do no wrong in Hillary Clinton's.
Stand by your man.
Stop by her man and just treat him like a baby. He's silly. He's silly, you know. And if a woman says he sexually harassed her or raped her, she goes after the women with vengeance. And she calls herself feminist. She goes and slaughters the women. She slaughters the women. And these are the women who call themselves feminists.
But Nonie, just getting back to the question of why she's doing what she's doing.
We don't know why.
She's a powerful woman. She's
very powerful.
She's not lived a submissive life. Like,
No, no.
I think she feels she wants to get in that position.
I think so. I think she wants to be, she wants power, she enjoys it.
But is it for the Muslim Brotherhood?
It's a doctrine of necessity.
I don't know, but he 100%, 1,000%, he converted at least verbally. Like, he just said the word, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. And then they had a big wedding, because otherwise his family would kill him.
Is there a reason, one more question regarding, is there a reason why the public or the news is not?
Because we cover up for Democrats. The news media covers up for Democrats. Yeah. His name rhymes with Osama. Is that a coincidence? No. This is Freudian. I mean, you don't have to be a psychologist. Why did we elect somebody with the same name, the same rhymes with Osama? And his middle name is Hussein, like Saddam Hussein. It's almost like embracing our terrorists. Love us, please. We are electing somebody that rhymes with your name. It is. Terrorism does not only work on individuals, it works on nations. And it has worked on America.
Okay, one more question, Sandra.
Well, I want to very quickly, because I know that Samir wants to end the meeting. Our group knows what's going on in the colleges.
Yeah.
That Saudi Arabia is funding, and their students go out and indoctrinate, other students go out and, we don't know what to do. We know they're there, don't know what to do.
It's very sad. We have to start.
They're in all the universities.
Okay, the media is covering up for the colleges. The teachers on college campuses are indoctrinating our children.
Yeah.
Our children we already have 2 or 3 generations of American young people who are brought up to feel guilty about everything about this country. They are not proud of America. They feel ashamed of America. They feel ashamed of their history. They are told that America is a racist country. They are told America is bad for the world. They are told America invaded and the Indians and I don't know what. They are told such lies that is unbelievable, and we have a whole generation.
But we don't know what to do.
But what's happening is the generation of the up to age 35, we have a generation who's going to take power in a decade or 2, who are going to give America on a silver platter to the world. Conquer us, please. We're sorry. We have a generation of Americans who are ready to give up the country because they are ashamed of it. And they have been brought up by the far left in America. Never in the history of the world has a country shamed its own people of itself, except in America. Never in the history of the world do we have a leader who is working for the best interests of the foreign governments rather than his own people. He is ready to make America poor for the sake of the world, unfortunately. Never in the history of the world have we seen this.